I first came into contact with Christianity when I was in second grade. To start off, I think I should introduce my family background. My family's non religious in a sense that although my maternal side is Catholic and my paternal side is Buddhist, neither of my parents are actually devout. So they don't go to church or temple, and we don't pray on the dining tables. However, the first chance I got to go to church was when my mom found out that in Korea there are actually a lot of churches that provide English services. So, based on educational motives, I should say, I got to attend my first ever church. And I regularly attended church for 2 years until fourth grade when I moved to Singapore. Well, there you had to adjust to the new life and the new school and so on. So I restarted attending church when I was in sixth grade and I attended until eighth grade. However, unfortunately, I kind of stopped my religious commitment because I began to wonder whether I was really committed in the first place. Honestly, I kind of went to church because it was a really nice place for me to socialize and relax, but as to how much I was actually connected to Christ or how much I was connected to religion, I was quite doubtful. Plus, there were a lot of homework as I entered high school, so I decided to, yeah, stop going to church. And that's my religious story until now. I don't know what will happen in the future. And frankly, I would like to attend church again if I have the opportunity and if I have the time. But regarding how religion impacts my family, I think it does to the most minimum level. As I've told you, my family is not religious, and therefore there are not really many aspects of my life that religion is directly concerned with, or my family. But regarding how religion actually impacts the society, I think it does most. I think religion affects our lives, our society, both positively and negatively. And for the positive aspect, I think as people have religious commitments, they tend to be more responsible and they tend to follow the ideals and beliefs which are generally good and peaceful more. So, I actually read recently in a news article about how religious groups donated quite a large sum of money to the Haiti earthquake victims. Almost a half, just the religious groups alone, various religious groups. So, in that sense, religious people tend to have more responsibility about how the earth goes around, how our society is changing, and how we should help the poor, how we should live together in peace and harmony. So, in that sense, religion really has a positive impact, and I hope it continues. But maybe it doesn't exist now, or it still does, but to a minimum extent. But religion has had a pretty negative impact on the society too. If you look back at history, you'll find that a lot of wars, a lot of conflicts had been started off because of various religions coming into contradictions. For example, like the Muslims and Christians have had a long history of host, um, hostility, like the Crusaders' War and so on. We can see that because they had so different views of the world and of God, they frequently came into fights. Most of them were physical. And if you look at how the Jews were tortured, you can see that sometimes religious commitment is not a really good thing. So in that sense, I think religion does have a negative impact too, though I hope it can have much more positive impacts in the future. Yeah.